Hello and welcome to the Musty Game Dev. I'm here with another video. We love games and we love game development. Going off of last week's video, we will learn how to use a tag we created last week to iterate through a sequence of props and perform an action with them. So, let's get started. As you can see, I have my playtest island here, pretty much empty. We got a couple of spawn pads and we have our prop. So this was an imported asset from last week that we got offline, and then we created it into returned it, converted it into a prop. So now let's open up the verse code. Let's first open up our verse explorer. And as you can see, I renamed the device so it doesn't say hello world here. It's a wall control device. Let's double click and open up VS Code. Okay, seeing a lot of red here, so let's rebuild. There we go, that's more like it. So as you can see here, got the same imports here, got our wall tag. Then we have our device here, wall control device. It's of class creative device or inheriting from creative device. And then we have an editable here with a button device, which is a constant variable here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to, on the interacted with event, we're going to subscribe and we're going to call hide wall props. And so we know right now this is not going to do anything for us. So let's actually implement this function. So what we're going to do now is inside of this function, and again, the reason why we have to have this agent parameter variable name or parameter name agent of type agent is because to subscribe to the interacted with event, if we look it up here in Fortnite Digest, so for the button device, it has this public event that we can subscribe to, but you have to have a type agent as your parameter for the function that you pass it to. So that's why we have type agent here. Okay, so let's implement this. So first of all, we're going to do wall generator. And we're going to initialize it using the FindCreativeObjectsWithTag. Now, it used to be get creative objects or get objects with tag, which was a lot easier to work with because it gave you an array. This gives you back a generator, which is a sequence of items. We're going to pass in wall tag. And so I probably need to make another video to show more of the difference between a generator and an array. But I would say the main difference is being able to go to a specific index within the array and work exactly with that specific object. With the generator, you kind of have to put it into a loop. In this case, we're going to use a for loop. So we have our wall generator. So this is going to get all the creative objects that have that tag, right? And so for now, if we go back to the editor, make this a little bit bigger, we have on this prop the wall tag. So it's going to grab this one object for us. But then to actually do something with it, we have to put it into a for loop. So for, we'll say wall in wall generator. Put a colon there. And then if, and then wall device. And then we are going to convert this into a creative prop. So we're going to take wall and then we're going to set it up as a creative prop and pass that into the wall device. Now, if that fails, then we won't go into the rest of the body of this if statement because it's a failable expression. So for instance, if it was just an asset and not a prop, then it would fail, right? So then we'll say wall device dot hide. So again, this find creative objects with tag is going to get us all the creative objects that have the tag wall tag set up in it, and we can see where that is in the editor. Then we're going to put this generator into a for loop. So for every item or object within the generator, we're going to call it wall. We're going to then convert it into a creative prop, pass it into the wall device, and then call wall device.hide to hide wall. So we're going to do file save. And we're going to do verse build. And let's actually do a file save all and a verse build one more time here. And then let's go back so we don't keep looking at that. And then we'll launch a session. All right, we're here in the island. And it's still here. The wall's still here. Okay, so why is that? Because we need to call the function. And for that, we need to set up a button. So let's end the game here. And let's add the button. So I'm going to lower this here. We're going to go to our content drawer, go to all, or just Fortnite. And then in the search, we're going to put in button. We're going to grab this button here. And let's put it up here. Move a little closer, a little higher. And then let's rotate it. There we go, 180 degrees. Oh, that's good. Okay, cool. We need to add our creative device. So let's go to the content drawer, go to our project folder, get rid of our search, and bring out the wall control device. And then we're going to say not visible in game, enabled at start. And then we're going to say go to button. So now that is all set up here. Nothing else we need to do in the code. We'll do file, save all, and we will push the new changes. All right, we're back in the game. Now we have our button. Oh, I put it a little too high. Oh, that's my bad. Oh man, that's too high. Anyways, hit E. And there we go. The wall's gone. The wall is gone. All right, so that's one wall gone, but let's see really the true power of the gameplay tag. All right, so let's lower this here because I did not do that right. That's better. That should be better. Okay. So then let's look at our simple wall, one round hole prop, very specific name. And then let's hit Alt and let's duplicate. And let's duplicate again. And let's duplicate. As you can see, we could just keep doing this. I love duplicating with Alt. It's like a lot of fun actually. Very satisfying. We get E for rotate and make it 90 degrees there. Then let's switch back with W, hit Alt. Let's just put that one over here. Okay, you get the point, right? The beauty is since we duplicated, all these have the wall tag already set up, so we don't have to go to each individual one. That's another real good thing, right? You set one up and then you just duplicate that same one and should have the same properties, right? The wall tag is already set up there for that. So now all we got to do is do File, Save All, and then push changes. All right, we're back here again. Pretty simple demonstration. Oh, that's kind of interesting. Oh, get that parkour. Parkour. That's interesting sound it's making. Maybe because of the metal. Oh, I should connect that for some sweet, sweet parkour action. Oh, that's cool. So when we set it as metal, I think that's like the default sound when you interact with it. Like this right here. Oh, I jumped it. I jumped it. Oh, this could be some fun gameplay. There we go. Anyways, so now we come down here and hit. There we go. Right? So now we're able to interact or act on all of these creative props in just one fell swoop with that function, right? It's very instant, very fast. Obviously, I should probably make it so I could like turn it on and off or something like that. But you could have some gameplay stuff with this. You could have enemies in certain areas. You build up in one area, and then when you're ready, then you can access like level 2 or level 3 areas. You can do stuff like that. Um, you could do some fun like platforming stuff, like the floor is lava kind of stuff. There's many applications to this. I might explore that maybe in the next video. Just taking these concepts and making like a simple kind of like gameplay experience with that, right? So, anyways, that's what I wanted to show you. Thank you for watching. And if you have any questions, put them in the comments and stay musty. Thank you very much.